Frank Vogel is going to be the new head coach for the Phoenix Suns. What do you think about this hire?
It's very interesting.
And by the way, in case y'all don't know, Frank Vogel is the former Lakers head coach, the coach that led the Lakers to the championship in the bubble back in 2020. He didn't have the best exit as a coach, unfortunately, but he was also coached the Pacers before the Lakers too. So, yeah. So with that being said, yeah, man, you continue. What do you think about the hire?
It's a very interesting hire. Frank Vogel obviously is a proven coach, just a recent champion in 2020 with the Lakers. He's known for defense, known for building good defenses on his teams, and I feel like that would be a big help for the Suns. I almost said Nuggets. For the Suns, for sure. The only other thing, I guess, is will the players buy into his message, into what he's trying to do, and how will they build the roster outside of their big, like, three of their core. It's going to be interesting because I want to see how. I'm not really worried about KD, Booker, and CP per se, but I want to know what's going to happen with Aiden, because I feel like there's still like a lot of residual tension in the air with them, and especially I feel like with Vogel, he's going to want to be able to build his defense around someone, and why not Aiden, with him being like the big interior guy. So I want to see how that goes and how they kind of just round out their team, the roster, because they need some depth as well. But overall, I think Frank Vogel could be a good coach. He could do as good as they did this year, I think. It really, for Phoenix, is just like, all right, health. And for some reason, they've had like the past two seasons where they just lose focus in that last game and it goes very badly. So I think he could be a big shift for the organization in that way. Defensively, they'll be a really competitive team. Other than that, Phoenix can only go as far as the roster is concerned, as far as I am. So
yeah. So with these hires, that means that Ty Lue is most likely going to stay with the Clippers now for sure. I think all the coaching vacancies are like done. They're filled now at this point. But as far as what I think about the hire, we were talking about this the other day. I was saying, like, who you going to get, right? But technically, if you look at the resume, technically Vogel is like an upgrade just because he's won the championship, right? So that's my main thing. Like, who are you going to hire that's like better than Monty Williams? And that's the only way he's better, in my opinion, because he has a championship. He does have a defensive mindset. I wonder who he'll have on his staff, honestly. Because you have two superstars in Devin Booker and Kevin Durant to build around. So, and you brought up a good point about Aiden. It's all about if he still wants to be there. I honestly don't know if he wants to be there anymore. It doesn't seem like he does. I would probably look to trade him. Ideally, I would contact the Pacers. This is the first. Like, can you imagine they had did they get Miles Turner?
That would be a solid rim protector for sure.
Exactly. And the spacing and the offensive skill set he has. Like, that'd be dope. And if the Pacers get a little younger, and then somebody else you can have, like, there's some other things they can do.
Wasn't he supposed to go there at some point when the trade got vetoed or something?
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was a deal that was in place, and then they like matched it, and he stayed.
Oh,
But I
must have
thought it
been
was
it must have been back during like a when he was like up for like an extension or something. And that's what you're saying. Yeah, they probably did do that. So it could be something to explore, especially they offered him a deal in the first place when he was like a restricted free agent. So yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to see what they do. So good hire, because otherwise I would have been criticizing them pretty bad if they hired someone else. Because I could not think of anybody else that was out there. I was like, oh shoot, I think only Mike D'Antoni's left and some other people, right? So I did not think about Frank Vogel. It was unfortunate how he left the Lakers. I am glad that he gets this opportunity though to coach Kevin Durant, to coach Devin Booker. So
he'll have a good set of players and another coach on the floor with CP as long as he's healthy.
That's true, but is he gonna play?
That's the question.
I don't know, man.
Unfortunately, age and the physical aspect of things is catching up for him for sure. But I think as long as he's able to give you some quality minutes, he can make an impact. But I don't know how that's gonna look. It's kind of hard to say.
Would you consider bringing CP3 off the bench, considering his injury history, and try to do your best to preserve him for the long run? You do have Cameron Payne, like start Cameron Payne. And just bring CP off the bench probably, because you want him healthy for the playoffs. Like, absolutely.
I think that would be ideal, honestly. I mean, I look at Miami with Kyle Lowry. Like, he shifted to that second unit, and it's worked very well, and it's kept him a little bit healthier than previously. And obviously, we know CP3 has had a lot of bad injury history. But if I'm the Suns, I would definitely try to make that shift maybe and see if he's like open to it. I'm sure he's open to winning and the best way to win. And I feel like that could be a good route. Other thing I would do, obviously, like you said, Cameron Payne is there, but you got to build the roster out. And I would look to see, like, I would see who's out there as far as like maybe packaging something to get another like good one or like combo guard to start at that point guard position, and then otherwise filling out the rest of the roster with shooters, with versatile wings, whatever you need at each position. But CP3 coming off the bench, I feel like would be beneficial for him, and he could. I feel like as smart as he is, basketball IQ and everything, he could probably benefit even more just kind of coming into the game and knowing what the other team is already like trying to do or has been doing. So we'll see. I think Frank Vogel will make some adjustments, though. I think he'll be impactful for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Frank Vogel.
Yeah. Shout out to Vogel. Oh, there was one more, like it's a minor piece. It's not a full like head coach, but Sam Cassell is gonna be part of the Celtics staff.
Yep. That's good. And especially considering like the Celtics staff, some of them are going to Ime Udoka in Houston,
Yeah.
That says something to me too. But anyway, that's a great person to have on your staff. I wish he would have a head coaching opportunity though at some point. Sam Cassell.
Yeah, he's been coaching for quite a few years now, so it would be dope to get that shot for sure.
Yeah. Kevin Ollie is going to John Swan's staff for the Nets. Terry Stotts is going to the Bucks as an assistant coach. So
Okay.
Join Griffin's staff. So that's a great person to have on staff, especially considering this is Griffin's like first head coaching gig.
For sure.
So, Terry Stotts is a veteran in this game when it comes to coaching, former Trailblazers coach. So I'm sure he'll be a huge asset. So yeah, shout out to all these coaches. And the Suns gave Kevin Young the highest paid assistant coach deal. So shout out to him. Look at these coaches getting paid. That's what's up. I don't know if this is really high news or not, but Chris Haynes reported of Yahoo Sports that Anthony Edwards left Klutch Sports. Of course, Klutch Sports is like known is a company by Rich Paul, who is a well-known associate of LeBron James, longtime friend of his. Anthony Edwards looks to get the most on his next deal that's coming up at the end of his rookie contract. So the fact that he's leaving Klutch Sports, he's going to sign with WNBA. Okay, interesting. Okay,
you said WNBA.
Yeah, WNBA.
Okay,
that's who he's expected to sign with.